everyone, welcome back to this very dead channel. In case you couldn't tell, I haven't posted in over a month, and there is a reason for that. I was back home for Christmas break, so I couldn't really film or do anything, and then since I've gotten back, I don't really have an excuse. I'm not gonna lie. I told myself I was going to take this channel more seriously, but here we are. Anyways, so what I'm going to be doing today is teaching myself how to use the program Blender, which for those who do not know is a 3D modeling program, but it's quite simple. It's not as complex as other 3D modeling programs. I have used 3D modeling software before. However, I was in elementary school and it was programming, so you had to know the code for every shape that you were producing. Blender is not like that, to my knowledge, that is. So hopefully it should be pretty simple. Basically, I was given access to it through my university. The reason we were given access to it was because we are currently doing a project where we are supposed to draw the same animal for 8 weeks and using different methods. So you can for some reason they're right now obsessed with making us do 3D versions. So I made this super creepy little cat doll as one of my things. And yeah, so they gave us Blender to mess around with if we wanted to. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to try and make the most cursed cat that I possibly can. So wish me luck. So the first thing I did before I did anything was I pulled up a reference image. I decided to go with Bingus. So yes, this is me 3D modeling Bingus. As you can see, I have very poorly oriented the screen, and that does not get fixed for the majority of this video. Yikes. I figured it was better to edit and post this as is rather than scrap the entire video since I haven't posted anything in so long. I struggled a lot with this, especially with the 3D navigation, because I only have a trackpad, and basically the center of the trackpad acts as the axis. So if you go, it's reverse on one half of the trackpad and then regular on the other. It's very strange. Long story short, it was a bit of a nightmare to work with, and I almost broke my computer a few times out of anger. I will just quickly say that this is horrifying for the majority of, the entire time. It doesn't get better. Yeah. So yeah, basically what I'm just trying to do, like I have any idea what I'm doing, is I'm just trying to rough out the basic indents and protrusions. God, I hate that. So I started by pulling out the muzzle, obviously, and then pushing in the eyes, pulled out the nose. Now I'm just going in and refining up the muzzle and nose, which ends up looking disgusting, and yeah, the whole thing is kind of a bit of a train wreck. As you can see, it looks terrible right now and very asymmetrical. Oh, this is the part where I end up having to undo the whole thing because, oh my god, it looks horrible. Look at that. What is that? Yeah, see, there, I undid it. Yeah, here I'm just trying to even out that muzzle because I ended up using basically 2 different sizes when I pulled that bit out, and it just didn't look good. Also, as I was making this, I was not really invested in making it look good from all angles. as you will see as this goes on, I kind of just forsake the back. Oh god, the eyes. The fucking eyes. I spent so long trying to make these stupid eyes look not horrific, and it did not work in the slightest. So that's that's a thing that exists. Yikes. I did spend a lot of time trying to figure out how to color it, and I never figured out how to, so it basically just ends up as one color, which is this weird flesh color that I managed to make it by some means. Yeah, here we go. Here's the struggle with the eyes. Also, if you can hear my computer fucking trying to kill itself in the background, I am sorry. Yeah, I was really trying to get the eyelids, because, you know, the way the eyes work, when I draw them, I can draw the protruding eyelids, how they come out and cover the eyes. However, I just seemed to be genuinely incapable of doing that, so it ends up just being really creepy in this one. And it's just like two orbs sitting on top of the head. Like, oh yikes, oh yikes. See, just everything I do just makes it so much worse. Yeah, so now I'm just trying to get in the bone structure of like the top of his head and all that good stuff. Yeah. You can see just exactly how frustrated I was with the navigation, because it just goes like back and forth a lot, because I can never get it in the direction that I want it to go. So I end up just like compromising and doing it from just not the right angle, which isn't really the move. So here I am just trying to get in the ears, obviously. I just sort of made some mounds and then pulled those mounds up, and then you'll see that I smooth out the kind of overlapping bits that I pulled up. Yeah, this is the moment when I realized that there was like an entire extra bit of tools that I just didn't know were there previously. Yeah, so I was trying to use the smooth tool to like, or the flatten tool to try and like flatten the top of his head, because cats have relatively flat heads, like on the top, in between their ears, it's quite flat. It didn't really do anything, it just kind of textured it, so that was a bust. Yeah, and I was trying to do it on the side as well, because right now it just looks like a bear. It doesn't really look like Bingus. So then I like push in the side of his face, and I'm like, okay, that looks a little bit better. Still not perfect, but better. Oh god, this is the part where I was like, the eyes aren't big enough. It doesn't get any better. It's still horrific. Oh god, this is just where it starts to go so downhill, so downhill. Yeah, I tried messing with the eyes a little bit more, and I was like, yikes. Just stop, Alita. It's not gonna look any better. Just give it up. Yeah, I tried using different tools, tried doing everything, just did not work. So now I gave up on the eyes finally, and I went back to shaping the face. Trying to even out the front of its muzzle. Trying to do those ears, make the ears a little bit bigger. In the end, I'm not very happy with how the ears turned out. They are not big enough because Bingus has enormous ears. But I was like really struggling with them, as you can see. I just couldn't get the angle right. Yeah, occasionally there would be times when I would just like scribble in and freak out. And then I looked at them from the back and I was like, oh my god, what the heck is this? And I was trying to fix them from the back and I was like, how the heck do I make this not look terrible? And then I gave up and I said, you know what? We're just only gonna see this from the front. And that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, so now I'm just trying to make that round bit disappear and look a bit more natural, so that when you look at it from the front, it doesn't look as horrific. And then, yeah, this is pretty much where I left off with the sculpting. I spent about 15, oh look at me, finally fixing orientation. I spent about 15 minutes here trying to figure out how to color it. As you can see, I basically went through every single menu bar imaginable. This is actually sped up like 3 times as much as the rest of the video. In the end, I did not manage to do anything worthwhile except for make it that color. So the rest of this is basically pointless. And there it is. That is, yep. Okay, nope, we're still going through menu bars. Alright. Alright, and this is where I gave up. So here's the final product.